¿Cómo estás? Welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast with Sulma, the swearing therapist. Hi, I'm Sulma Williams, a licensed clinical social worker who likes to keep it real and swears a lot. The third time is a charm. This is a fucking third time that I'm hitting record because I don't know how to fucking edit the video. So whatever you have been listening to is like whatever the fuck happened, I publish, right? Like so I'm like, okay, so I did take one, something happened, take two, something happened. Third time is a charm. So today I like to share with you a little secret, if you would, that I share with my clients and that I fucking do myself on an everyday basis, which is like when if you are feeling overwhelmed about a task at school or at work, or if you are moving, whatever it might be, remember that anything can be broken down in smaller amounts. For example, when I first quit smoking fucking 40 years ago, um, oh my god, like the first year, the cravings like were so intense. So I was tricking my brain. Like if you would have told me you're not gonna smoke again for 24 years, I would have fucking run to 7-Eleven and bought me cigarettes, right? Like, but what I did is I took it one craving at a time, not even one day at a time, one craving at a time. So when I had a craving, I will trick my brain into, and I will say, like, I'm not going to pick up a cigarette this time, this craving, but the next craving, I'm going to fucking smoke. And I just kept pushing one craving at a time, and I achieved 1 hour without smoking, and then 12, and then one day, and then a week, and then a month, and so on and so forth. And 24 years later, here I am. But not to discourage anybody, but sometimes I still get triggered, believe it or not. Like if I'm watching a movie, or if I'm somebody, like in the building where my office is, when you come out, there are people smoking, and sometimes I'm like, oh shit, that smells good. And then I'm like, bitch, what you doing? Like, keep going. You don't need this, right? Like, so, but the point I'm trying to make is like, I achieved 24 years of not smoking, one fucking craving at a time. Because if I would have given in any of the cravings that I had in those fucking 24 years, I'll be smoking right now, right? Like, so let's say that you have a big project at work and you have a deadline, and it's like, oh my god, like, so when we get so overwhelmed about the task in front of us, most of the time we get paralyzed, right? Because it's like it's so fucking overwhelming that you don't know where to begin. So here is my little secret. Just as I did with the cravings for the cigarettes, you are gonna uh, kind of like break down the big task into smaller pieces. So let's say that you have a 25-page report that is due in a week. Well, how you're gonna do that? One fucking page at a time. And how are you gonna get the fucking page done? Is one fucking paragraph or graphic at a time. So you break down as much as possible, and then like the task like is the report like does have different sections, so you work on one section at a time. You see what I'm going with this? It's like if you want to build a house, you have to put one brick on top of the other. You don't, and magically the house appears. So it's kind of like we are doing that with our tasks. And if it gets complicated, let's say at work, where it's like you are having you're getting like it's too boring, whatever the fuck you need to do. And if you're a procrastinator, waiting until the fucking night before to get it done, which is not good for you, right? Like, although procrastination works because then you are under pressure and then you get it done. But if you can follow this method, and then you don't have to wait until the last fucking minute. So anyhow, so you have, let's say that the project has different sections, so you start tackling one section at a time. And in order to do that, you can divide the fucking hour at work in 4 modules of 15 minutes. Because most people can do fucking anything for 15 minutes. Can you push through the pain for 15 minutes? Can you push through the grief for 15 minutes? And that's all what I'm saying. It's like, okay, can you fucking do this boring task for 15 minutes? And then you can either continue and do it for another 15 minutes, or you can kind of like grab another task for 15 minutes to kind of like give yourself a break and then come back to it, right? Like, so it's like, usually when we avoid doing something is because we don't like it, whatever the fuck it is. That fucking report is not your favorite thing to do, so you're like, oh fuck. But if so, let's say that the report is going to take you 8 hours. Okay, instead of spending the entire fucking day doing that, you do it in 15 minutes intervals. So you probably do 1 hour in the morning, another hour before lunch, then another hour on after lunch, and another hour right before you go home for the day. That's fucking 4 hours. That's half of the fucking report. But you are not doing it all at once. So sometimes we are like, well, no, if I'm going to start it, I want to finish it, which is fine. But by allowing ourselves to take breaks in between, eventually we get more productive because we are not fucking dreading it. Because now, if you do that today, then tomorrow you only have half of the project to finish, not the entire fucking thing, right? Like, so, and for those of you who deal with ADHD, and it's kind of like your brain is like, yeah, right, fuck that, I'm not gonna break down the hour in 15 minutes intervals. I want you to tell your brain, like, okay, I understand you don't like this, but whatever the fuck we've been doing is not working out, so I'm gonna try this, right? Like, because how the fuck are you gonna know if it works for you if you don't try it? So you can even color code the different 15-minute intervals. But if you think about the long-term benefit, like, so your brain is like, fuck that, we don't have time for that, we had to be working on the report, which is true. But if you get into the habit of doing this is kind of like training somebody, right? Like, so let's say that you get an assistant and you're like, oh fuck this, I don't have time to train her ass. And but so the half an hour, so most of the time, like when we are training somebody, it takes fucking half an hour to have somebody explain something to somebody that we can get done in fucking 5 minutes. And that's why we don't want to get into that. But it, like, investing that half an hour now will make you more productive in the long run, right? Like, because it's like, if you take the 5 minutes and you do the task, you're going to continue to do the fucking task because nobody else can do it. But if you spend half an hour now in training somebody, then you can delegate in the future. But as is, you cannot fucking delegate because nobody knows how the fuck to do it. So a lot of times we have a lot on our plate, but a lot of those things can be delegated. But it's like, well, fuck it, I don't have time to be training anybody. Right. But the more you train an assistant now, the more time you're going to have free time to do other fucking things that you need to do. So this is not that, oh, you're going to be scratching your ass. No, you are liberating that time so that you can take care of the shit that you're supposed to take care of. So you don't have to call back that client if you train your assistant on how the fuck to handle it, right? Like, so then, you can focus on networking or growing your company or whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. This is the same for school. Like I had, like when I was in school, like our papers were from between 5 and 32 pages long. Again, how the fuck do you do a 32-page paper? One fucking page at a time. How do you do one page? One fucking paragraph at a time. How do you do a paragraph? One fucking sentence at a time. So, as you can see, you can apply this for everything. So, as I shared with you last week, I'm learning a new fucking EHR system, the electronic health system, health records for moving forward with being fully virtual. And I'm like, right? Like, because it's a lot. And then I was like, bitch, just focus on one task, on learning one fucking thing at a time. So I did. I learned the scheduling part. And I kind of like, oh, okay. Now the next step will be the fucking forms and message that I want to send when you schedule online. And then at another time, I'm going to focus on the form to do the assessment. And then at another time, I'm going to focus on how to do a fucking note in the system, right? Like, so I broke it down in different things that I absolutely need. And by focusing on one at a time, I'm like, oh, okay, I can fucking do this. Okay. So, actually, this is, I think, episode number either, I think it's 33. And how did I get to episode 33? One fucking episode at a time. So, and again, thank you so much for the support. I do appreciate you listening and sharing with your friends and loved ones. And please remember to follow, like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you need to do on the platform that you are listening to this podcast right now. And then follow me on Instagram at the Swearing Therapist. And I truly hope that you find this helpful and you're going to start applying it, because then you're going to realize that, oh, you don't have to stress yourself out in order to get shit done. Because that's another lie that we tell ourselves, like, oh, if I'm not under the wire, then I'm not going to do it. Like, no, you can do it, but you don't have to fucking uh, be without sleeping the night before the report is due. So please let me know in the comments in which area of your life or which areas of your life are you going to apply this, and how does it go. And remember, if you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you're going to come out on the other side of the challenge you're currently facing. Thank you so much for the support. And get ready, because next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I'll be talking a lot about my diagnosis and my treatment, and try to bring awareness and as much information as I can. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.